Hey, ladies and gents, it's Isdwas here with a look at the Mythic Legion's Deluxe Gladiator Legion Builder. I'm going through all of the Legion builders in this wave, and I think this is going to be one of the more popular ones for a number of reasons. Obviously, I think the Dark Templar, which I've reviewed before, is going to be super popular because people just love Knights. They love Templars especially. Super cool design, and it just sort of lends itself to Legion building. But the Deluxe Gladiator, I think, is going to be popular with the customizing community because you can pop and swap heads on it. And I could just see people doing that and using this as a base. And even just on its own, it's a cool figure in its own right. This is the insert that goes there, and it shows that he's part of the army of Odysseus. But of course, he doesn't have a name. He's quite mysterious. He's just got a helmet on. And so you can put him in Odysseus, or you can put him in any faction you want. You know, make up your own stories, configure him any way you might want. And that's part of the fun of the figure. So, as I've explained before, but I'll explain again, Legion Builder are figures with fewer paint apps so that they come in at a cheaper price, and you can use them to build your legions, and they come in at about, the price of if you pre-order them from the Four Horsemen, it would cost you about the same price as a Marvel Legend. So always pre-order from the Horsemen, because once you have to start buying from third parties or on the internet or whatever, it gets more expensive, and so that's always a best practice. As you undoubtedly know, if you've been collecting legions, they generally tend to go up in price after they're out. So what we have here is a figure with not a lot of paint application. So normally a Four Horsemen Mythic Legions figure with a named character will have every single rivet, every single bolt painted, and that's part of their appeal. This one has the bare minimum, but the ones that are there are done well. As you can see, the musculature is accented there with a spray. And so you can see the outlines of the muscles and all of that. And what I do like about these figures is that they use different colors for, the weapons. They use different colors for the helmet, and different colors for the pauldron. And so it doesn't give you that just monochromatic uniform look. It gives you the feeling that you're looking at a figure that has some variety to it. And I've shown in my earlier review of the Deluxe Barbarian Builder how easy it is to add accents and just take like a chrome or silver or gold Sharpie and go in there and touch these little areas up with paint and just really make your figure pop. And that is something that they'd normally be doing by hand at a factory in China. But since you do it yourself, you get the fun of doing it, you get the fun of customizing it yourself, and you don't have to worry about paying that extra money. So he comes, I really like this strap. I think these are new parts. I don't remember seeing this strap before, but it's a very, very good strap for holding that short sword there. And it's very classic Gladiator look with some real historical sort of accents to it. A Gladiator with a heavily protective helmet, and then the eyes in there are just pitch black. So that gives it a very cool look as well. And I know that the Four Horsemen do their research before they make these armors and helmets, and a lot of them are very historically accurate. Sometimes they'll add a fantasy flair to them, but I am sure that I've seen a helmet very much like this in, I can't recall where, but in some armory of historical armor somewhere. Now, this really adds some flair, and I think this is a new pauldron as well. Can't remember if it's come with any other figures, but I love that there's this skull sculpted in it and all these very, very cool designs. And I know that people are probably going to paint up that skull, and it'll look even better with a few touches of paint as well. But even just as is, it looks really super cool. He's got asymmetry built in here when he's got the single armored hand, so he can protect that side of his body and lead with a shield or whatever. This shield, I'm not sure I'm going to keep him with it because it's a very plain round shield, and I think I might prefer something that looks a little bit more, I don't know, just a little different. I'm going to probably touch this up and put some paint on it and then see how it looks. But I love the single armored arm look. I like how if you take off the pauldron, it also looks cool. But then, you know, what is the armor? What is that single armor if these kind of things bother you? Attached to, right? So it kind of has a cyborg look. But I like that too, and I might play around with that. Maybe put a fur cape on or something to cover that up. And because this is a very, very cool ornamental pauldron. The other cool thing about this is he not only does he come with the bare feet, but he comes with armored feet. So he can have fully armored feet. And the cool thing about this, I think customizers are going to love it, is that, you know, sometimes you'll get some extra legs, but you'll need extra feet, or, you know, even the balls of the feet. You know, one thing that's interesting I see is that one of the feet has a fully painted, you know, rocker ankle joint, and the other one has a partially painted rocker ankle joint. So that's kind of interesting. And I'm noticing here, let's see, that the one that isn't painted is the left foot. Yeah. So I can't possibly think of any reason for that, but I just thought that was an interesting observation. So if you like gladiators, and I think gladiators are a big favorite of most people who love swords and sandals and sorcery, and if you want to build, maybe have this guy battle one of your champions like Clavius or one of the other gladiators that have come out, he's going to need some opponents, and he's going to need some people to take out. So you can use this guy, or you can mix and match his parts, so have them in a really, really cool battle scene. This is another weapon. It's the spear, and that's just a flat, like sort of matte black spear. So I think I'll also try and look at touching that up. And it's amazing what members of the customizing world have done. Like Brian Almeida at the last Legions Con built like a giant, you know, gladiatorial arena with sand in it, and he's made chariots, and just, you know, you set these guys up fighting against each other and something like that, and it looks amazing. Brian Almeida is one of the many talented customizers. He's the one who does all the dioramas for Legions Con for the 4 Horsemen, and has done some amazing stuff. I would look him up, and just to, you know, drool and salivate over that particular arena that he built at Legions Con, and some of the other stuff he's done, like some other stuff that he's done. I don't know if you heard that, but that's my wife interrupting, telling me what she's going to wear to an event we're going to this evening. Anyway, Yeah, this is, I think, going to be one of the favorite figures out there for customizers. I like the fact that it comes with extra feet. I'm a big fan of Gladiators. I would say Templars are probably going to be the best sellers. Then I think it would be a close second between the Deluxe Skeleton Builder, which I haven't actually reviewed yet, and this Barbarian Builder for popularity, because skeleton builders are actually also very, very good Legion builders, maybe even more so than a Barbarian or a Gladiator like this guy. So anyway, that's it for this review. Is signing out.